What kind of comes to the fore that Jesus is inviting us into?
Yeah, I think it's first just the invitation. It's kind of checking in with self to ask the question, like, how am I doing physically, spiritually, emotionally? But like when it comes to what's the rhythm of my going? So Jesus gives this invitation of like, hey, check in with yourself. Are you tired? Like, are you worn out? Or you burned out on religion? Just come to me. So it's the invitation, but it's an invitation that also brings a response to walk towards Jesus and to recognize that he is the ultimate form of rest. But what, Chris, like in your life, what does that look like when you think about Jesus gives this invitation to come to me, all who are, another translation, weary or heavy burden, you'll find rest for your souls. What does that actually look like?
Yeah, so I am a religious professional, and in a lot of ways, as a pastor, I am charged with creating, producing the church for other people, and so my rhythm is going to be different than maybe yours if you're working in a healthcare context, or if you're a lawyer, or you're in education, or you're an
Yeah,
entrepreneur, and so the rhythm for me is a little different. When I get to Sunday, that's a work day,
that's
and
right.
so I think one of the things that this passage has helped me to think about is, what is my pace of life? What is my week and my month and my year? What are the seasons?
Right.
And so one of the things that's impacted for me is thinking about the unique vocation or calling that my life has taken on. And there are other dimensions that being the vocations that you take on change the pace or the rhythm that you're in. Being a husband comes with its own pace and rhythm. Being a father, and now a father of three, that comes with its own pace and rhythm
Sure.
that impacts how I can engage in rest. What about for you? How do you think about that rhythm for yourself?
Yeah. I kind of measure it with, like what you were saying, there's different identities and categories in which my life and the pace of my life is moving. So, I measure it by way of work, by way of time with people, by way of also like my spiritual life, my quiet time that's daily, but also what weekly rhythms and then what monthly rhythms. And I like what you said about just seasons, because life is often we go through different seasons just like creation does, right? And so for me, it is constantly changing because life is moving so much. So what works one week might not work the next week. I wish I could say that I'm a very scheduled rest keeper and that I take the Sabbath really seriously. And I do think we should take the Sabbath seriously, but I don't know that for me it's not ever been very productive, because then I'll measure it by the productivity of Sabbath,
Right.
and that's
Yeah.
not what
No.
it's meant to be.
Right. Yeah.